Welcome to Stride University. Today we are going to be in the website module and the website editor. This is going to be a little bit of a dive into one of a feature that I think can be super helpful for building a website. So you can see here I'm just started out on my main page, and if I haven't gone into the back office yet, I can just click right up here and go right into my edit mode, and that will just bring up my editor, and I will be able to start working on different parts of my website here. So I'm going to pull up the editor and show you something that is sometimes a little bit hidden but super helpful. So we have all of these predefined blocks that you can bring in, and you can use to see, we can have timelines and steps and comparison features. This one is, and then we can have like our different columns or different types of things that we want to display here. And for this today, I want to show, I'm going to pull in this columns, and it defaults to 3 columns. And this is a great block to play around with. But there up here, you can change the number of columns you have. So you can set it to have 5 a little bit more skinny columns. You can make them all the same height. You can stack one and make it, a different size. We can also play with the width of this. So if you want this to be more of a full screen, have your 5 columns a little bit wider, you can do that. And that's all. That's awesome. Some awesome features you can play with, and change the number of columns that you're seeing through this editor here. But we can also turn on in the layout in this customized theme. You can also turn on the grid, and this is an awesome feature that we have because that allows you to add another image that isn't tied to one of these particular columns, that it fits in the grid. And so I'm going to just throw in some text here, and you'll see right here it pulls up kind of a text box, and now I can anywhere within these grids, I can pull this text box over to it, and I can say, okay, that's where I want it. I can make my text box bigger or smaller and play with it there. There are some limitations that won't let you necessarily pull it just about everywhere, and it might limit you. You could put your text over here, so you can move things around and start typing things. Wow, if I could spell, we'd be good. Paragraph. So you can see it kind of formats that text box to fit within that grid, and at that point, we could say, hey, I'm gonna add in a button, and it might pull your button right to there, and you can say, hey, I want that button I want it to be centered in there, and be able to move it around and say, hey, there, I want my button right there. And this is where you could also create a link and link it to another page. So if you want to, we've gone over this in some others, but the backslash is an awesome way to do this. So we can link that right to maybe our events page. Maybe that's what we want to go, and we could click on this and edit the actual word in there and make it a button, and then we can move that button anywhere within the grid on that page. So an awesome feature. I encourage you to use it where applicable and to play with it. One note of caution is up here we can see what it would look like on a mobile phone, to kind of get that mobile phone preview. And as you're going through, it's always good to look at that mobile phone and see what has happened. But you'll notice the text and the button don't. You just want to make sure you know where they're going to show up in your mobile view. Sometimes they're not always where you think they're going to be, so it's best to maybe toggle back and forth between that mobile view and check how your things are, how your grid is displaying for other things. So kind of a quick tip for editing and adding buttons and different or text boxes in different areas and not being constrained by the grid or the layout itself. There's a little bit more flexibility this way. So thanks for watching, and as always, we'd love to hear from you. If you have questions, feel free to fill out the form on our site and get them submitted, and we can reach out to you and help you. And we will talk to you later.